Motherfucker, yeah. Anyway, speaking of, well, whatever. Now, I was a little reluctant to make this clip. Simply because I don't really want to talk about it. But it's annoying me. Because it's a twofold annoyance. One, I understand why they're doing it. But then on the other hand, I'm annoyed that they're actually doing it. Not because I have some agenda or that I hate women or any of this bullshit. But apparently, I guess Sony or whatever is doing this. I don't know what the fuck it was. Some stupid thing where they're trying to get young girls into gaming. Now, I'm all for that. I am completely 152% behind all that. But what I am not for is them doing it just as some feel-good propaganda bullshit. And that's what I'm afraid this is. I'm not saying it is, I'm not saying it isn't. That's what I'm afraid it is, because they're clearly using these kids as some sort of backdrop of, oh, look, we got women in gaming. See, here's the problem. Look, I want young girls to have games for them specifically. And I understand that a lot of them are made, quote unquote, for boys and blah, blah, blah. You know, there's a lot of girls who like to play the Zelda games. They like Link. They like to play Mario. They like to play these things. So, I understand that there's probably a gap for young females, and I do want to see that gap filled. Now, what bugs me is this idea that it's nearing 2019 and no single woman ever in the history of life has ever stepped outside the house, much less made a game or been part of a team that made a game. And they're acting like it's this big, like, oh my god, finally, young girls and women are in the industry now, yay, dun, 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 and they're tooting their own horn over bullshit. Now, that's where I've got the problem. Okay, that's where I get pissed off, because I don't think they're doing it to give young girls a understanding that yes, this is something that isn't just for boys. This is something that young girls can also be a part of, and that women can be a part of. I'm all for that. Okay, I am definitely for that. But what I'm not, what bugs me is when people take that and they use that as if it's some sort of social stepping stone for their company. Like, oh, we're so progressive. We're setting this thing up for these women and young girls and da 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 da. I don't like when people toot their own fucking horn over stupid bullshit. Now, if these programs are to teach them how to actually make real decent games, now listen, I understand. Not every game is going to be for me. And I like a wide range of shit. I like cutesy shit. I like anime stuff. I like guns and bullshit. I like it all. Now, I understand. A little horsey game riding around the fucking prairie. Well, I like Red Dead Redemption. Okay. You know, whatever. But I understand that these games are not going to be geared toward me. Although, realistically, if it's a good game, it's a good game. Like there was this one, it was on 3DS, I think it was, or DS, or one of them. And it was, shit, what was the name of it? Something like Savvy Style, or something. I don't remember what the fuck it was. And they had a demo of it, and it was a girl's game. And I thought, well, shit, well, it's a free demo. What the fuck? Let me try it. And they had this one thing that You try on these different outfits. You get this little woman. She tries on different outfits, and you get graded based upon how well you do. Now, from an artistic standpoint, it was actually really good. Now, I wasn't going to pay full price for this game just for that one segment because it was just one part of the game. But I actually enjoyed it. I did. I wasn't going to pay for it, but I liked it. So, I think it was something like Savvy Style or whatever the fuck it was. It was predominantly a girl's game, but the mechanic was really good. Like, you put this particular hat with this particular sweater, or whatever the fuck she had on. And then you pick the colors and shit. I think it was actually really intelligent. And like I said, I really enjoyed it. So, a good game should appeal to everybody. It shouldn't be, well, this is just for little girls because all the little boys have everything else. That's bullshit to me. Now, okay, you want to do certain things that do appeal to certain girls, fine. That's great. But not every girl is going to like that. Like I said, some girls are going to want to play Link and run around and try to save Zelda. They're going to want to be Mario and jump on the fucking Goomba's head. So, like I said, what really pisses me off, though, is you have all these big fucking progressive companies, Disney for one, Marvel by extension, and all this other bullshit. And all they want to do is get into all this SGW Warrior bullshit. Now, I'm going to let you know a little secret. They have been promoting women in industry a lot in the last year or two. And that's fine. But I can tell you right now, all the times they've done it, it's been an epic fail. It has absolutely sucked ass. Now, there's a few examples. I think Uncharted. I don't know the details of it, but I think Uncharted was actually done by a female, and I haven't played it yet, but it's a really good game from what I hear. And if it goes with the rest of the series, I really enjoyed the first 3. So I'm excited to play that. If they can do the job, I'm all for it. If they're just there to have a little social event, like get out the teacups and the little hats and shit, just because it's I don't know, that just bugs me. Because you understand, I give a damn about this particular industry, gaming specifically. But let's talk about everything else. Marvel Comics. You realize I have not bought Marvel Comics in a long, long time. Because they've sucked. The fucking stories have been god awful. But yet they go on their social media, oh look, we got all these women writers now, and blah blah blah. And half the women don't even know what the fuck they're doing. Halo 343 hired a bunch of people, a lot of women too, and they didn't even know who Master Chief was. And fucking Halo 5, pile of shit, no one's playing it. Mass Effect Andromeda, they had all these, short-haired women with the little lip rings and shit, and they're like, and nothing against any of that, but they hired people just because the game was nothing but shit. Okay, you can say the same thing about Sean Murray and his, No Man's Sky, but there are exceptions to each one of those individual. It's just, listen, if you were going to promote that, and only promote it simply because it makes you feel good. Oh, we have others women and others women and women and women and women and women. Okay, that's fine. But when the quality of your product has gone so far downhill that no one's buying it anymore, that's a problem. Do you realize that Marvel Comics right now, Marvel Comics specifically is actually putting comic shops out of business because they are dumping all this product that no one wants to buy because it's absolute garbage, written by the lowest common denominator who doesn't know shit about the characters. They killed off Seriously, they killed off all the white guys, the old white guys, and replaced them with females. Now, some people go, oh, that, that is the stupidest fucking thing I have ever heard in my entire life. I don't want to get into it because it just irritates me and it pisses me off. Why I have to actually explain why killing off all the old white guys and replacing them with minority females is a stupid idea. You can add in minority females. Okay, you can add them into the environments and into the books themselves. That's fine. Like, for example, Batman could have a female Robin. I think he did one time. You can do stuff like that. But when you're going to just sit there and say, well, okay, we're going to kill off this character that's been beloved for 30, 40, 50, 60 years and just replace it with some noobish character that has no character development, they don't know how to write for them, and nobody gives a fuck, and it's just to appease some bullshit liberal agenda. And I'm not saying that as a conservative either. I'm saying that as somebody who usually would side with liberals in certain areas. I don't side with them in this. Why? Because they're ruining the product that I love. Now, if there's a woman who actually knows the character and can write, I'm all for that. I want that. I welcome that. But if you're going to ruin my character just for your political bullshit, fuck you. I got a problem with that. I got a big fucking problem with that. And it's just all the companies who are promoting this bullshit, everything has been an epic fail. I mean, technically you could say Star Wars has been an epic fail. None of the new Star Wars movies are really that good. None of them. None of them are really that good. I would give the first one, Episode 7, a pass. But Kathleen Kennedy, her track record is not that good. Rogue One, people like it. The fact is, it's a throwaway story with 2/3 of the story itself being throwaway. And I've said this before, you could literally cut the first 5 minutes and then watch that and then have Vader show up and then show the rest of the last, whatever it is, 45 minutes of the movie and cut off the entire middle section. And you're not going to miss anything. That just doesn't make a good movie. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. No, I'm not going to shit all over Rogue One. Because I love the idea. I love the idea they went back and told that particular story. I don't have a problem with that. And I will say, I do think Solo got kind of the raw end of the deal, especially after Episode 8, Last Jedi. Fuck, don't even get me started with that garbage. But again, you put women in charge, things shit the bed. I can give you countless examples. Marvel Comics. Countless game development. Now, I'm not trashing women in general. I don't hate women. I want to see women succeed in this. I want a woman who knows what... Like, if a woman could write Wolverine comic book, and I don't mean X-23, I mean actual Wolverine, Logan, and make it believable, and make me feel like, yeah, that feels like, it feels like Clint Eastwood kind of a character. If she could write a Clint Eastwood character as Wolverine, bring it on. I want more. But if she's going to write it, and it's just going to be complete bullshit, and not going along with the character that I've been following for 25 plus years, then guess what? You're not good at your job. If you only have the job because you're a woman, that's not good. And you should, as a woman, want to have some self-respect and say, hey, guess what? I'm here because I'm good at what I do, not because I'm a woman. And they wanted to hire me so they could flaunt me in front of the press and be like, hey, look at this. That's all it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. And again, I don't want to sound like I'm trashing this. But again, let's look at Ghostbusters. The movie just did not look that good to me. They shit all over the history. I could deal with it. Okay, if that was their granddaughters, I would have been all over it. I would have been fine. Whatever. They didn't even do that. They didn't even do that. Even if they had played it up like, okay, this is an alternate reality version of Ghostbusters. This isn't the Ghostbusters that you know. This is something different. If they had actually played that up, maybe even I could get into that. But they're trying to act like, oh, we're just all women, and look at this, women, we're gonna finally do it, and it's when even the people who saw it didn't like it. Most people who saw it didn't like it. I wanted to like it, but what I saw of it, the clips, the shit just wasn't funny to me. None of it was funny. Because I went into that not even giving a fuck. I didn't care that they were women. I honest to God did not care. I watched the trailers. I didn't even listen to people's commentaries and how angry they were. Because, listen, there's a certain group of people who just hate any of this stuff. Like, oh, women, women. Okay, those people. I am not one of those people. I'm not. I want my products that I love dearly to be preserved. If you can preserve them and carry them forward as a female, I want you to do that. If you're just there to fill a quota, then fuck you. Okay? That's how I feel about that. Because, listen, I don't give a flying fuck. Like I said, even in the video game industry, and I know I'm kind of jumping all over here, but even in the video game industry, I want young girls to have games that they can enjoy. They may not be games for me. Okay, I may not want to be riding around a little pink pony out back, some sort of My Little Pony game. Okay. That's fine. I don't need that. I don't even want to be a part of that. But if there are girls who want it, like if you your young daughters want that kind of a game, I want that game to exist for them. And not just be, oh, it's a boy running around collecting stuff on, whatever. Listen, I understand that. And I want your daughters to have the same experience that I did as a child. I was going to tell this woman, I was reading this Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers just came out today. And I hadn't bought Smash Brothers since 2001 back on the GameCube. And the only reason I bought it is because there was literally 5 if you count Madden, and I didn't count Madden. Back when the GameCube came out, and I was like, well, shit. Let me get this game. And I kind of enjoyed it for what it was. Basically, it's where all the characters come together and they're fighting. It's like a little fighting game. Well, they've milked this franchise up and out the ass, and it's the same game. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. It's the same damn game. There's a few different modes and stuff, but it's relatively the same concept since 2001. And it was a big deal. And I was reading through one of the Facebook comments, and this woman said that her kid, I don't know if it was a girl or boy, her kid got up like 5 o'clock this morning and got ready for school really early, and so that they could play before they went to school. And she kind of LOL'd and was like, "I never seen my child get up this early before and get ready for school." And I wanted to respond, and I should have. And I want to tell this woman that she should have let her kid stay home and make a day of it. Let her kids stay home from school. And I don't know if she worked or not, but if she could stay home with the kid and play the game with the kid. Because I'm telling you right now, as somebody who's 40 years old and whose mother is dead, and been dead for a while, one of the few fond memories I have was sitting there during a school day. I think it was actually, she let me take off. I think it was like Friday, then Monday and Tuesday. It was something like a 4 or 5 day weekend. It was a big deal when Super Mario Brothers 3 came out, and she rented it. She took a half a day. She was home by 11, and I remember sitting there 8 o'clock. She's getting ready for work. She's like, she basically told me don't play too far because she wanted to play it too because she was really big into the early Mario Brother games. She wasn't really into Mario 64. That's when it dropped off. But like Super Mario World, she absolutely loves Super Mario World. And I remember that. It's one of the few fucking times that I actually remember that. And I was going to tell this woman, you know, now that my mother's dead, it's one of the few memories I have that I really enjoyed. And that she should have let her child stay home today and play the game with, with her. Or whatever. And I gotta tell you right now, the kid would get more out of that than going to school and getting bullied today. I guarantee you. Guarantee you. The kid would have got more out of staying home and playing the game with his or her mother. And I'm telling you right now, you really can't do that with your kids because they're homeschooled. But I don't know. There's just something about that because yeah, you could sit there and play the party games and all that bullshit, and it's like, oh, every Tuesday night. No, when it's something special where you're actually taking time off of school, and it's just the two of you, or whatever, 3 or 4 or 5, whatever many fucking kids you got, or the wife and two and all that bullshit. That's different. But again, when it's just the old woman let me take a few days. Again, I think it was like a Friday and then Monday and Tuesday. It was like Friday and Monday. And then like Tuesday, I was like, I don't want to go. I want to continue doing. I want to play more of this. She's like, okay, fine, but you can't take any more time off. And so she basically then wrote a note saying I had like the flu or some shit, and I had to like pretend to cough for 3 days. It is what it is. But it's moments like that women should want to create for other young girls. And I don't know how they would do that necessarily. But that's the type of shit that I want kids to experience. I want them to have that memory and 30 years later, 40 years later, think back on that and be like, I remember when, Dad and I sat there and played Smash Brothers. Or, Mom and I sat there and played Mario Brothers 3. It's that type of shit. Not just, well, she's just a female, so let's put her in a place of power because she's female. Who gives a fuck about all that? Like, women in politics, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Can the bitch lead? That's all I want to know. Can the bitch lead? That's all I want to know. If she can't, then get the fuck out. Does she have good ideas? If not, then get the fuck out. Now, I will admit, in politics, it's either the old white guy or, the minority female. It's like, at this point, I'm kind of siding with the minority female, but I really want to know what the fuck she's got to say first before I go vote, if you know what I'm saying. But seriously, a lot of these people, they're just like, sure, come on in. And then they make these little videos and, oh, look, females in gaming, and females in this, and females in that. And don't get me wrong, that's a good thing. But it's also not a good thing. It's good, but it's not good. It's bad in a lot of ways. Especially if that's the only focus and the only thing that the company gives a fuck about. If the company isn't about making good quality games, then you're an epic failure at what the fuck you're doing. It's self-serving bullshit. Okay, if you're just trying to do some after-school activity for young girls to do, and, oh, you can create games, and... No. No. If you're there actually teaching them the mechanics of it and how to actually fundamentally create things that are important, their goal should be to make other people happy, not self-serve their own bullshit. Okay? That's all I'm going to say on that. Same thing with men. I'll be honest with you. I'm just going to be honest with you. I am sick and tired. Every one of these character creators, I am tired of these flat-chested, ugly as sin, flat-assed female body builds that they have. I don't understand why I can't have a character who maybe she is a little short, maybe she is a little portly. I'm talking like on the opposite end, like a chubby character. Not just, big tits and sweet ass, Although I don't see why that's a problem either. Like, for example, Red Dead Redemption. Their character creator, they do have a chubby character. You can actually create a fat character, like a legitimately portly fucking character. Um, which is kind of cool. But the only problem is, if you want your character to have, if she's female, you want her to have bigger, or not even big breasts, like just relatively normal sized breasts. She has to be plump and fat. Any other time, she's just like this sackcloth, thin as a rail bullshit. And I don't understand why that's got to be a thing. I really don't. I'm not understanding that. And yeah, you got some pervert out there. Oh, let's make her tits really super huge. Okay, fine, whatever. Like the few character creators today that actually give you the option, I don't even go with like the bigger breasts, size or whatever. You know, unless it's like because sometimes they have like smaller, and smallest, and it's like what, you know, and they got the little bar on the slider and blah, 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 and they just kind of bobble back and forth. I don't understand why. I mean, seriously, you're telling me there aren't lesbians out there who want a character create a big-titted woman? So, I mean, you're even going against that trend. As far as a progressive, you should be ashamed of yourself on that. What about all the young lesbians who, are playing the male role, and they actually want a female-looking character? An actual female who looks like a female. Because they got the short hair and look like dudes, you know? Yeah, you gotta go, you gotta take it the way it comes, okay? Now, I'm only speaking the truth here, and you may not want to hear it, but it is what it is. So, I mean, just because I'm, white privileged male who wants a character creator with big tits, there's other minorities out there. I mean, Jesus, anybody's a goddamn minority, it's me. You should be catering to me. Because I pay your fucking bills, that's why you should be catering to me. Absolute bullshit. Like fucking Anita Sarkeesian got all pissy because like, oh, Destiny, because in Destiny 1, the guy with the male character, they could sit on the ground. The male character would sit. He'd have his knees up and his legs were kind of like not spread out, but he'd have like his elbows on his knees. Or the woman would she would kind of sit and she'd kind of lay like on her side. And it simply was to show that, okay, there's a difference. This is a female, this is a male. She got all pissed. Why can't the female sit like that? Because the female's not supposed to be sitting with her legs spread open like a fucking whore, you stupid bitch. That's why. Oh, if it's okay for... See, that's a problem. Here, listen, I'm gonna get a little taboo here. Fuck you. All this bullshit, feminist bullshit, all this liberal bullshit, all this propaganda bullshit, SJW word bullshit. Women are just as equal as men. Now here's the newsflash. How about you take a fucking punch to the face and then shut the fuck up? Okay, because the bitch can hit me, but I can't hit her, but yeah, you want equality. Fuck you. You let me punch her in the fucking head, then okay, then you got your equality. Okay, I'm not forcing you to wear no goddamn burqa. Okay. I want you to have equal pay. I want you to have certain rights. If your husband's abusing you, I want you to be able to take the kid and get the fuck out and not have everything in his goddamn name. I am for that. But if you're going to sit there and talk to me about equality and then act like it's taboo that I punched you in the fucking head because, oh, you're a man shouldn't ever hit a woman, well, then you don't ever have equality. You will never have equality until men can hit women. And I'm not talking like in an abusive sort of way. I mean, the bitch wants to throw down, the bitch is going to get hit. I'm sorry. It's true. You can't have that both ways. You cannot have that both ways. You can't say, oh, I want equality, but don't you dare hit a woman. What? Fuck you. If the bitch is hitting me, I'm going to knock the bitch out. Or at least try. She probably ended up knocking me out. See, again, I'm a realist. I can understand it. I'm going to get beat up by a woman. I ain't afraid to admit that. But I'm going to feel guilty if I slug the bitch in the face or headbutt the fucking whore. She comes at me swinging, I'm going to be swinging back. Fuck you. I don't care if you got a pair of tits or not. You come at me with some anger, you're going to get some back. But yeah, oh, I'm the bad guy. Fuck you. I got your bad guy hanging, motherfucker. And again, I ain't condone beating women or, abusive bullshit. I'm not talking that. That's a whole other separate issue. I'm saying the bitch wants to get rowdy. We can throw down. But then don't sit there and look at me like I'm some bad guy. You know? Hey, it is what it is. You want equality? You want equality and everything? Well, then take a fucking headbutt, bitch. You can take a headbutt and you can still stand. You still come get, you still coming at me? Fine. You got my respect. Until then, shut the fuck up. Unbelievable. I don't know, man. It's shit like that just irritates me. Why people can't just be... Listen, I can understand. You can even say, well, what about affirmative action and all this other bullshit? Listen, I understand all that. I get all that. I get it. In a perfect world, blah, blah, blah. But I don't care if they're white. I don't care if they're black. I don't care if they're men. I don't care if they're female. I want to be entertained, and if you're an entertainment product and you are not entertaining me, then you have not done your job. I am paying you to make me forget about my problems, not have my fucking problems look me in the fucking eye every time I turn on your fucking shit, or open your book, or read your story, or whatever the fuck the case may be. I don't want to see real world smacking me in the fucking mouth. It's called fantasy. If I want women with big fucking titties jiggling, I want big fucking titties jiggling. You know why? Because I don't have big fucking titties jiggling except my fucking own in real fucking life. If I want real life, I'll go outside the fucking door. I'll go to the supermarket and look at the old woman standing there in the meat aisle and not fucking moving for 10 fucking minutes. Like, oh, we have to have diversity. Dude, it's called my fucking fantasy. There's no diversity in my fantasy. It's what I want because it's my fantasy world. You know? I don't understand the logic. I don't. If I want my character to have a big, round, succulent fucking ass you just want to put right in your fucking face, that's my prerogative. That's my goddamn prerogative to have a big fucking ass that I want to put my fucking face into. And go, give me a fucking break with all that. My nose is stuffed up. My nose has been all fucked up today. Oh. Whatever. Anyways. I mean, seriously, I don't understand it. I really don't grasp why other people have to give me bullshit. This is why I am escaping reality, to get away from you. But you, in your progressive bullshit, and I'm not against progressives per se, but in this case I am, you want to inject, like a case of fucking herpes, onto my fucking lip, your bullshit. I want to escape your bullshit. I've looked at you, you annoy me, so I turned away. What do? You run right in front of me and stand there and look at me as I'm walking away. That's what it comes down to. Now you've entered my circle of safety. Now we're going to get rowdy. Now I'm going to say some shit and throw down on you. I got enough, believe me, I got enough Viking to whip your ass at least once. That's a fact. That's a damn fact. Stupid. I mean, no. It's like, dude, there is no equality in my fantasy. It's my fucking fantasy. Okay? It's mine. Mine. You can have yours. I can have mine. It's fine. But you're a pervert and you're sexual deviant because you want to have a character with big boobies. No, I just don't. I just want my character to look like an actual fucking woman. Not some stupid... I don't want to say anything... you know what I mean. Dykey woman, whatever. Oh, God. I don't understand that. I really, for the love of God, don't understand that. And why I'm such a fucking bad guy. Because I want my fucking female to look a certain way. And I'll be honest with you, I don't want to go full out on the boobs. And I don't want to go full out on all this stuff. But I want the option to do that if I so choose. If I like the character wearing this particular outfit and it makes her butt look bigger, fine. Fine. I'd much rather seriously. Like one kid asked me, "Why do you?" Because like when I character create, I always do a female character. I just do. Like Mass Effect, the Mass Effect trilogy, back when it was actually good. I, there was a whole subreddit thing of like femshep, because the character's name was Shepard, and there was femshep, female shep. Some people played it as a dude, and the dude was to me was very generic. He looked like he was bald. He looked like he came from Prison Break, the series Prison Break. You know, they had the shaved heads and shit. And I was like, fuck that. I created a female. Completely, completely changed the entire game. The entire game was completely different by having a female character to me. Everybody else had this generic experience. I had this very unique experience. Because just everything was different. You know? And somebody asked me, why do you create a female character? And I jokingly said, although there is truth to it, on some level, although that wasn't my intent, but I said, if I'm going to be playing this game for 40 hours, and it's third person perspective, and I'm looking at somebody's ass for 30 hours, I'd rather it be a female than a dude. And he's running around with a male character, and he looks and he's like, yeah, I guess I see what you mean. He's looking at his character's ass for 14 hours, And it's like, I just don't understand why people can't leave me the fuck alone. I really don't. I really don't fucking understand that. Again, just let me be and let me do. That's all I'm asking. I'm not hurting you. Even if I maxed out her ass and her tits to the skankiest, sluttiest thing imaginable, and I took the boob physics and I moved it all the way up, that every time she breathes, her tits are just flapping up and down. Guess what? It doesn't hurt you. Might mean I'm a pig. Might mean I'm some sort of chauvinist, misogynist, whatever. How are you losing sleep over it? And the fact that you are bent out of shape over it. That's the real problem. That's the real issue. That's something you have to get therapy for, motherfucker. That you're losing sleep over what I do. I am a 400-pound worthless piece of shit. I don't have big titties flapping in my face 24/7. So when I look at my game character, I want my game character to have nice big titties. Sue me. Okay? Give me a fucking break. I don't know, man. I get really tired of stupid shit. I just get really fucking tired of stuff like that, because it's like, why do you have to fuck with me? What did I do to you that you have to fuck with me? And it's like I'm not gonna judge you if you want to have some weird looking half man, half woman. Hey, you do you, motherfucker. That's what you want to look at? You want some sort of not really male, not really female, some sort of in between? I don't give a fuck. I know what I like. Why are you telling me that what I like is bad? I don't get that. I don't get that. And, for example, if there are women who meet the qualifications of what I like, and they too want to flaunt what I like, why is that also a bad thing? I don't get that. I'm not hurting her, she's not hurting me, and we're not hurting you. So why are these people getting so bent the fuck out of shape over pointless, trivial, first world problem bullshit? There are kids in fucking Ethiopia dying of starvation, and we're debating, gee, did my character creator have big tits or not? Well, we don't want to offend Nita. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. First off, she didn't know what the fuck she's doing. Horrible game designer. And third, she's just a dumb bitch. And I say she's a dumb bitch, not because I'm going to say it generically and she's just stupid and she sucks. No. The bitch she actually took some footage of a game and completely twisted it. She completely twisted it and said, oh, this is the purpose of the game. And it's not the purpose of the game. It's like Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, you can kill the cops. That's not the point of the game. It's not the point. Like, oh, the hitman went in there and you could kill these strippers and then drag their bodies around, and it's the purpose of the game. Actually, if the bitch had actually played the game, if she had actually taken 5 minutes to play the goddamn game, she'd realize that if you do that, you get penalized points. And the purpose of the game to get more points. I guess the more points you get, the more experience you get, more shit you unlock, whatever. I don't know how it works. I never played it, but I know the game enough to know that wasn't the purpose of the game. Yeah, you could do that and you could get a lesser score for doing it. In other words, every time you play the mission, there's different ways and different things you can do. And if you do that one particular thing, the game says, fuck you, you did it wrong. Okay, but she's acting like, oh, this is the whole sole purpose is just to kill these women and drag their dead bodies around. That's not even close to what the fuck the game was about. So, to me, that's a dumb bitch right there. Because she clearly, A, doesn't know what she's talking about, and B, whoever she had on her payroll who went and found that footage and, oh, look at this, oh my god, they clearly didn't know what the fuck they're talking about. Which then makes their entire argument null and void to me. Now, if she had a legitimate beef somewhere and it was like, okay, this is a legitimate issue, fine, I would be right there with her. But the fact is, if you're going to take footage that is not what you say, it's not what you say it is, and you're trying to manipulate it to fit your narrative, then you're full of fucking trash and you need to go fuck yourself. That simple. It's that simple. Don't get me started with that bullshit. I absolutely get tired of stupid shit. Now every fucking developer is too goddamn cowardly and too goddamn pussy whipped to sit there and actually make a real character creator. It's all this half-ass bullshit now. The characters look like fucking god-awful shit. Like, listen, the fucking Star Wars game. I didn't play Battlefront 2. I had Battlefront 1. What, 2 years ago? 3 years ago, whatever the fuck it was. Actually, I think it was 3 years ago now. The fucking characters look like shit. Oh, but they had their Asian character. Thank Christ it was an Asian character. She looked like shit, by the way. She looked like she was 80 years old. And by the way, I don't mean to be an asshole, but Asian women don't usually age well. So when I'm seeing these old Asian women, they're not the cute Asians, they're not Elaine, okay, or Indy, they're not cute. They're old, haggard old fucks that literally should be on the ground. And when all the characters look like that, none of them are attractive. None of them have any inkling of any type of attractiveness. And they're all but fucking ugly. Why? Oh, it shouldn't matter. It's the Rebel Alliance. Yeah, but Princess Leia was kind of cute. Han was handsome. Luke wasn't in. Luke, you know. I mean, come on. Now all of a sudden, no, we gotta get all politically correct. Now all your fucking characters that you can choose from are fucking ugly. I don't get it. And then, of course, the fucking ponytail that actually made the Asian look halfway intelligent and actually normal, that was fucking locked behind some stupid bullshit paywall. You had to be like a certain level. It was like, it was a high level too. It was like 36 or some shit. I'm like, why the fuck is the ponytail locked behind all that bullshit? Yeah, oh, I could have the bob cut. You know what an Asian with a bob cut looks like? Honestly, God, no. Do you know what Asians with bob cut look like? They don't look good. They don't. They look like a penny loafer that's been mangled by a fucking lawnmower. That's what they look like. So if I'm choosing the Asian character, and I've got to have this god-awful fucking head dress on, I don't understand why I can't have options. That's all I'm asking for. It's a character creator that gives you options, but they give you no options. It's either here's your generic, ugly character that has no sex appeal in any way, shape, matter, or form, simply because we don't want to offend people who are ugly. And even worse, the people who are actually attractive, but their souls are ugly, like Anita. She's an attractive woman, but her soul is dog shit. Okay, these fucking people are the fucking scourge of reality. They're the worst kind. They're the worst kind. They're like self-hating. Think, oh, I'm beautiful, but I hate that. Well, fuck you, bitch. I'm fat and ugly. I'd love to be you for 10 minutes sucking dick, okay? Give me a fucking break. Stupid bitch. Look how fucking good the bitch got it, okay? Unbelievable. I mean, that's the thing. I'm trying to escape the fact that I'm a 400-pound fucking cripple who's gonna die any goddamn second right now. And, like, right now, I can't even fucking breathe because my nose is like, closing up, but whatever. I'm gonna die any fucking second now. And I've spent 45 minutes bitching about feminist bullshit. Now, again, I've mentioned this before. To me, there's two different types of feminism. There's your bullshit, liberal, progressive bullshit, and then there's your actual feminism. Again, like a woman who can't leave her abusive fucking asshole husband because everything, the car, the house, everything is in his fucking name, and she has nowhere to go and nowhere to take the fucking kids. That's a fucking problem. Sitting there, oh well, the character creator shouldn't have big boobs. Well, that's not a fucking problem. There are women who have big boobs. What's the fucking problem with that? Oh, you're just a misogynist because you want your character to have big... I'm not a misogynist because I want my woman to look like a goddamn woman. If I want her to look like a half fucking breeded it, okay, I'll go to a Star Wars game and pick one of the fucking alien races or some fucking bullshit. I don't know. It's like... Yeah, maybe I'm a vain motherfucker in that sense. I don't know. But I want my character to look the way I want my character to look. I want to be able to slide it around, her nose gets bigger, her tits get bigger, Hey, they even had, see, here's the problem, another thing that pisses me off. The fucking feminists don't say jack fucking shit when they have a shirtless male. They actually had one where you could slide the bar back and forth, and his package, his dick region, would get bigger or smaller based upon the sliding of the bar. They don't have a problem with that though, but if the boobs do it, oh well, fuck you, you stupid one-sided hypocritical fucks. And people at Kotaku, another bunch of fucking fairy faggots over there too. Swear to Christ. Piss and fucking complain about, oh, the feminism, there's misogyny, oh, misogyny. Yeah, they didn't say jack shit when Rita's there from, what's his name, Daryl from Walking Dead. He's in this new game, and the fucking trailer literally has him butt naked where you see his ass. Not just a little ass crack, you see his entire buttocks. You see his entire naked ass. Not a one of those motherfuckers said shit. Not one of them said, oh, that's sexist. That's whatever the male version of misogyny is, if there is even a word. I don't think. Actually, I think there is, but nobody uses it, which is weird. But actually, there is a word, and yeah, no one uses it. Like, it's not even in the lexicon. Like, no, it's not even in like the conscious thought because nobody even mentions it. But there isn't actually a word. I forgot what it was. The male version of that. It's because nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Yeah, no, because, listen, I understand. The base premise behind all this is seemingly good, and I understand that. But when you're taking it to the nth degree and be like, well, every single solitary thing has to have a woman in it. No, it doesn't. My bed doesn't have a woman in it. Where's the fucking propaganda to bring the bitch over to my house to lay in my bed? Hello? Not everything has to have a female in it. Okay, I'm sorry. And unless the bitch can cook, get the fuck out of my house. The bitch can make a sandwich, she's welcome. If she can't, get the fuck out, because I don't need your bullshit. No, this that's sexist and misogyny. You goddamn right it is. I don't want to put up with your bullshit. If you ain't doing for me, you ain't doing. Then get the fuck away from me. I'm sorry. There's a reason I live alone. One, I'm an asshole, and two, I don't like other people. Sorry. I mean, seriously, not every fucking thing has to have a woman in it. And guess what? If the woman is good at what she does, I want her there. And I want her paid equal. I want her doing equal work, equal pay, all of that. So I'm not being a stupid chauvinist fucktard. I'm not being some asshole. I'm not being some, right-wing politician bullshit. I'm not being a Donald Trump supporter. Bullshit. Can I just be left the fuck alone with my character, creator, and the big fucking tits that I'll never see in real fucking life? Just give me the one goddamn moment of happiness, you fucking assholes. I swear, there are kids being raped and molested right now, videotaped, and that shit's being put on the internet. Yeah, we're worried about, oh gee, does the 400-pound fat cripple have a character creator with big fucking tits or not? Oh, that chauvinist piece of shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Get your goddamn priorities straight, you motherfuckers. Like I said, there are kids in fucking Ethiopia fucking dying of starvation right now. You need to get your shit in proper. You need to get your shit in gear. Stop worrying about what the fuck a retard like me is doing with his fucking character creator. And then giving fucking big companies bullshit because they actually allow tit sliders. Give me a fucking break. Maybe somebody slid something in between your tits, you'd be better off. I'm worried about stupid ass bullshit. Maybe get laid once in a fucking blue moon. It's probably needed. She needs to get fucking laid once in a fucking while. Because you know that people want to fuck her. But she's such a stupid bitch, it's like, that they end up fucking her in a completely wrong possible way. She ain't getting fucked in the right way is what I'm saying. Because she's such a bitch, they want to treat her like shit. And the more they treat her like shit, the more she acts like a bitch. It's a vicious circle. I can understand that too, by the way. Women treat you like shit, you treat them like shit. Fuck them. Same thing. Same exact thing. My problem is I'm not pretty and I don't have, I'm not an attractive woman who can sit there and make a big fucking stink over something stupid fucking... Oh my god. I mean, seriously, I wish I could come up with something fucking stupid to try to make a name for myself and go on a fucking Jimmy Kimmel fucking show and all this other bullshit. They're not going to put the fat retarded cripple on Jimmy fucking Kimmel. They're going to put the attractive woman talking about feminism and gaming. Feminism. We need to save the universe. Bull fucking shit. Bull fucking shit. Why didn't Jimmy fucking Kimmel have me to fuck on his show? I'll set that motherfucker straight. That stupid guinea homo. I'll fucking set him straight in a fucking heartbeat. Notice, they didn't put the angry fucking cripple on the show. No, they put the attractive fucking bimbo who doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about and uses all this bullshit to propagate her own fucking little thing. That's all it is. She's trying to propagate her bullshit. Try to make money off her bullshit and make a name for herself off her bullshit. And it's all lies and smoke and mirrors and bullshit. And I dare anybody to say it nicer. I dare to fuck anybody, anywhere, to say it nicer. You know damn well. Listen, I would watch her bullshit, her feminist frequency bullshit, and if she had a legitimate beef, I'd be right there with her. I'd be okay, that's a legitimate issue. But to sit there and say, well, Mario has to save the princess, and that's just misogyny. Why? Why is it misogyny? Girls like to be the princess, boys like to be the knight. The knight saves the princess. Basic bullshit. Basic storytelling. Especially when you're talking about a little Japanese guy who doesn't know anything outside of his culture, In his culture, yes, his culture is kind of backwater in that sense. It's not progressive. The Japanese are not very progressive in that sense. Okay, fine. But Mario, an Italian fat little plumber saving this stupid princess bullshit. I don't understand why that's the end of the world. There are bigger fucking problems in the world, and we're gonna sit there and focus on, oh my god, your princess is in another castle. How about your princess go fuck herself? How about that? If the bitch was any fucking good, and her ass was in the kitchen making Mario a fucking sandwich, she wouldn't have been kidnapped. How about that? How about you put that in your from his frequency bullshit show? But no, you don't see that. You don't see the fact that the bitch is inept. Okay, no. Mario has to go save her. Bullshit. Bullshit. Oh man, that's why I should do it. No. Bullshit. Bullshit. Of course, maybe she had better security other than the little faggot ass toads running around. Bullshit. Running around the fucking thing. Every time Bowser comes running around, they go scurrying around like little fucking retards. How about you get some real security? How about you fucking hire some charging chucks to stand guard at the fucking castle and kick Bowser in the dick when he comes by? I mean, seriously, just the bitch is inept. The bitch is not a good. She's not good. And Mario feels guilty that he has to go save the bitch. That's what you should be talking about. Not worrying about tropes and bullshit. The only trope is she's worthless as a human being. Yet I'm supposed to believe in Smash Brothers. Oh, she can hold her own. All she fucking does is jump around, makes sure you can't hit her. That's not good. She's worthless. Princess Peach. First off, I got my own theory about Princess Peach. I think she's a fucking dude. I think she's a dude in drag, personally. And I come to this conclusion because at the end of the first DS game, you get to the end, you can play as Mario, you get to the end, Princess Peach is up top. Now keep in mind, she's in a little pink dress, and then the platform she's on after you beat Bowser disappears, and she floats down because she's got the little parasol or whatever the fuck it is. And she floats down, and Mario looks up and goes, woohoo! Okay, he's looking up her skirt going, woohoo! Now, once you beat it, you play through the whole thing again, you get to that same scene, this time with Luigi. He looks up her skirt, and goes, okie dokie, okie dokie. That tells me that bitch is packing heat. There's a fucking cock and balls up underneath that skirt. Because, now some people say, well, what if Luigi's gay? Now, if Luigi's gay, he's not going to be looking up at a guy's dick going, okie dokie. No, he's literally going to be running underneath her with his mouth open. Okay. He looked up, saw a dick, and was like, oh, okie dokie. Whatever, man. Mario's like, hoo-hoo. Mario's into that shit. Mario's into that freaky shit. And I'm telling you right now, it's just a simple fact. Princess Peach is a dude in drag. I'm telling you right now, mark it down, write it down. It's true. It's true. You can't convince me otherwise. You can't convince me otherwise. And there's even some proof to that, because in the new fucking game well, it's actually not new. It's the fucking Wii U version. It's Mario U that they're bringing out for Switch. They added in this little, I don't know what it is, mushroom or something, or crown or whatever the fuck it is. And Toadette, the female version of Toad, she's just as stupid too, by the way. If she gets this, she transforms into, my throat's closing up. She transforms into a Peach look-alike. Now there's this show on YouTube about conspiracy theories and shit, gaming theories, or whatever the fuck it is, gaming theorists or game theory. And they're suggesting that she might be like a queen bee kind of a deal. That Princess Peach was actually something else that had this power up and turned into Peach. And she became like the queen bee of all these toads. In other words, a little toad who has no gender. We think of Toad as being like a male, which I guess technically is now because they have Toadette, which makes no sense. Whatever. And the toads are like the little bees, and she's the queen bee. Because she was one of them, And if you actually, and it's actually really intelligent what they did, because if you look at the way that shit works in the bee community, they'll actually take one of the little queens and then they'll groom her. Certain bees, they'll groom her and get her ready, and then she'll attack the other queen bee, and whoever wins becomes, is the queen bee or whatever. So they're suggesting that Toadette is like the next queen bee after Peach dies. Like Peach is gonna die, and she's gonna be the next one, or at least she's gonna be the next one to take over. And they did this whole thing because she's got like the eye color and stuff. Actually, really intelligent little video. Really intelligent. I'll have to send you a link to that because that was actually really intelligent. What they did. Now, I don't know about all that, but I do think I think Peach is a dude. That's all I'm going to say on that.